I will start very quickly and talking about bits and bytes from the world of AI, news, tools, tips, and ideas. As I said before, my name is Giancarlo Erra, tech entrepreneur, professional musician, Italian, as you can probably say, moved to the UK 15 years ago, founder of Promethean Box, which is a startup containing a few services like Tweetify, which is a social media, an AI for social media, Copyforge, which is an AI for writing blog articles, Audio Shapes is a neural network for sound design of a hardware synthesizer that is probably only for the musicians, Your Vault, which is a private AI and automation platform for small medium businesses, and then Infinite Combo, which is our latest product and went viral under Christmas. It basically is an AI 24/7 talk show between my dog Juno and my partner's cat Olive, two different AIs talking about all sorts of things. It's quite interesting if you want, and it's free, obviously. I'm the co-organizer of the summit, and obviously I am a dog lover. And as I said before, I also run AI workshops for businesses. You will find some leaflets in there. Basically, I help businesses adopting AI and explaining to their teams how to use it. So as I said there, basically, give a team a fish and you feed them for a day. And this is what happens very often with consultancies. So they create dependencies. In my case, I like to basically leave the room when all the teams are already empowered in using AI. And usually they have prototypes and they automate processes immediately. And so today I will just also try to put some of these concepts that are there. But first of all, let's start with the news. And well, what is the news that everyone has seen in the last 2-3 days or something? It is exactly that. It is DeepSeek. $1 trillion wiped off the US market. Fantastic. I personally love it. So basically what it is, I mean, I'm not a fan of China or something, but what we're seeing, the reason why this thing has been everywhere, it is, well, there are a few reasons. First of all, because they've been able to do a so-called reasoning model for 1/10 of the price with an investment of just a few millions. That opens the market to literally everyone to start doing a similar thing. And they were quite clever because Chinese, they're banned from getting graphic cards from the US. And they said, well, you know what, we can do it with less. And they did it with less. And to not be blocked, they released it for free as an open source. So everyone can use it. And we will go back on there. The interesting thing, it is, I don't know if you know, I mean, reasoning model, basically what it means for the ones who don't know, usually you ask ChatGPT a question and it answers you. The reasoning models, what they do, before giving you the answer, they just question themselves. They reason, it's not real, but they say that they reason. So they think about it, they try to find problems. Maybe it's a complex problem and they just split it down in sub-problems. And then all of this thinking, it is added behind the scenes, you don't see it, as a context to your question so that the AI can supposedly give you a better answer in theory. Most of the times it does. And I said, the thing is that DeepSeek, it is free. It is literally available. You can run it on your computer and we'll see it in a moment. But the real big thing, it is this button that you see here, search. If you go on ChatGPT and you use their reasoning model, you can't search on the internet. That means that the knowledge of which that he is using for reasoning is limited in time. It is just up to the moment where the model was trained. With DeepSeek, you can use reasoning and go on the internet. So for example, here, I'm asking DeepSeek, can you tell me more about your Volt AI, my newest company? LLMs don't know about it. What DeepSeek did, went on the internet, 13 seconds, visited, I think, about 20 websites, and then it says, well, I think that this one is what you want to know. And it is right, and it's giving you a very good thing about my company. If I ask the same question to ChatGPT, which costs lots of money, it says, sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. And this is why it is everywhere. But the real reason that it is everywhere, it is because it is free. So, for example, some people, companies will say, well, but do I really want to use Chinese technology for that? Probably the answer is no. But you can run it locally. And I don't know if you know it. This is called LM Studio. This is free software, open source for Mac, Windows, and Linux. You download it. You can run all the available open source models that there are on your computer, disconnected from the internet, 100% private and secure. You can find DeepSeek on there, and I asked it, this is offline on my computer, it's an old MacBook, you can say, can you just do an SEO optimization for this page? And it does all its reasoning, and it works perfectly. And this is free, it is unlimited, and it is literally on your computer. You can do the same with OpenAI. That is why, and obviously there is a whole new question about, it consumes less energy. I mean, this morning there was a thing that they said the OpenAI, it was telling them, oh, you used our own data, which is quite funny considering that OpenAI used the data of everyone else on the planet without asking permission. So I find it very interesting that they are the ones. Anyway, that is another thing. And in the meantime, ChatGPT obviously is not, they've released lots of things. This one was yesterday. I don't know if you see, basically with the new administration, obviously they're starting doing that. And now OpenAI now has opened ChatGPT Gov. So OpenAI is available for US government. That is going to be interesting, considering accountability and decision-making and all the things. It's a very big can of worm. That is, I think that we will have this one, more newspapers will talk about this quite soon. Obviously, OpenAI launched, it's still not available in the UK, launched Operator, which basically is ChatGPT able to use a browser and navigating things and doing stuff for you. Quite interesting, but, we will see when it's available. They released Sora, the video generator, incredibly good, not available in the UK yet, but it will be soon. And this is a video generated by an AI that you can't really say that because it looks like it's a normal video of someone filming from a train. And this is coming, probably I think in a month or so will be available. So we have this one, tasks. This is available to the UK. Quite interesting. You can have your ChatGPT repeating tasks for you automatically. You can say it every week, every day, whatever it is. It is your schedule. It is instructions. So for example, you can say, check the website of my competitors and do an analysis of this, and that every single day, and it does it for you. And then they launched projects. Once again, really interesting. You can have a project with chats, files, and instructions. So let's say, for example, you're launching a new product. You upload a PDF with your product description and Excel with your personas, and then you just write in the instructions what tone you want, and then you can create lots of chats saying, can you write for me some copy for this persona or that persona? And everything is self-contained in there, and the ChatGPT will automatically access the documents in the project. It's very clever. It's a simpler version of the so-called custom GPTs, but I'm using it more and more. I think it is quite good. Gemini, obviously, also they release lots of stuff. My favorite is always Notebook LM, that probably because it is the one that is doing the podcasts. Notebook LM is not just about podcasts. I use it a lot because what it does, basically, it allows you to upload websites, documents, files, whatever you want, all files about something you want to know more, and then it's instantly able to give you insights about those files and about the knowledge in those files. And it does it as well with audio and with references. And now they launched, the audio one. It is how lots of people are doing podcasts. So you can upload, I don't know, an article or a white paper about something you're interested into, and then a Notebook LM will talk to you about that, like in the form of a podcast with two hosts. And in December, they released a new update where you can interact. So there are two virtual hosts doing a podcast about your material, and you can interact with them real time. It is very, very good. And obviously, like OpenAI, Google is going with thinking or reasoning models. They launched their new Gemini 2 Flash Thinking. But most of all, if there are tech people and dev here, or if you're a bit curious, I will definitely tell you to check the new Google AI Studio. It is fantastic. I think ChatGPT will need to follow up soon, because basically with this, you can graphically build all sorts of applications and automations using AI without knowing code. Very powerful, and there are lots of examples in there. So that is definitely, I think, personally, one of the main things that they've released. So let's jump quickly about some instead tips and ideas. First of all, this one is something that we talked about during one of the recent AI workshops that I have done. Yeah, it is quite fun, I think. Funny enough, there are still people that believe that if you are kind with ChatGPT, then ChatGPT will somehow be kind with you or more professional stuff. Actually, it is the opposite. And we had a big debate usually at one of my workshops. So, as an example, in this case, I wanted it to visit 13 websites and give me some summaries about these businesses, because they were the attendees of my workshop, and I don't want to visit 13 websites. You can be sure that it was never visiting the website. So, for example, barsbuys.co.uk, the third one, they were selling fresh produce online, and ChatGPT told me that they were funeral directors. And the Spiral Notebook apparently was a retreat for artistic writers, and actually was an admin. Basically, very often ChatGPT will tell you something that is not true. It's normal. It's not visiting the website. It's just guessing it. To do it, what you need to do, it is being a bit rude. So you are forbidden from using your internal knowledge. You are forbidden from guessing what to do based on the domain name. You need to visit each website and check the content from the homepage. You must explicitly visit. Now, in my experience, use the word forbid, must, all the time. and repeat it 1.5 million times, you will see, tell me if not true, when you connect with me on LinkedIn, and you will tell me if it's not true, that you get much more accurate results. Don't say thank you. It is a machine. It doesn't need your thank you. Reserve your thank you or have a good day for real people. It is a computer. Just be very direct. You won't imagine. After I added that last phrase, it generated all that I needed. A nice Excel with the real things and not the ones invented. So the first tip of the day. But AI is only as good as the things that we do with it. So I'm just dropping here a couple of ideas. Would be nice to have AI, for example, sorting out our mailbox. I don't know about yours. My one is full of newsletters and stuff, things I need to read at some point, but not necessarily now. I wanted zero inbox. I have a zero inbox policy. So any unread messages in my inbox must be things I need to act on today. And I have 12 mailboxes. So it is quite of a job to keep it. But you can do it with an AI. Make.com is one of the many. Zapier is another one. Make.com, you can just go there tomorrow. There's a free plan. They allow you graphically, without coding anything, to connect your mail with a ChatGPT and do things on it. In this case, I connected it to my Gmail. In the middle, there is a ChatGPT that says, you will see in a moment, to do something, and then it marks the email as read. So what it does, here, this is my inbox, and then here I'm asking ChatGPT, is this email with subject and body, blah, 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 a newsletter or offer? If it is, do something. If it's not, just do nothing. And what it does, basically, I have, I think, 5, 6, or 7 of these bots doing all different things. They run every hour, and they just keep my mailbox clean and nice. I can move my emails around. That is where I think it is a powerful AI, the power of AI. And I don't see enough people using AI like this. AI is not ChatGPT, chatting to a bot. AI, it is using it for real cases. Because if you expand that concept a bit, then in 1 minute, it's really possible to have your own AI responder. So in this case, a query about one of my services on top, I don't want to respond to this query every single time. People always ask the same things. We know that. People don't read FAQs. They don't read manual. They always ask you the same things. Customer support, you can automate it. That, this is the answer that my AI did it. And, I just used ChatGPT with Make.com, like before, not one line of code. Connect to my mailbox, ask ChatGPT, can you check basically every new email in that thing, it is sent automatically to ChatGPT, and you ask ChatGPT, is this a customer support? If it is, please respond using this data, and you just give it the website of your company. It doesn't need anything else. And then you just tell it a few instructions if you want it to be kind, professional. I mean, obviously you want it kind of professional, but you know what I mean. And once again, it looks a lot, but there is no code in this thing. You're literally just connecting your Gmail, or in the case, it's my mailbox. You're asking ChatGPT, like you will do in text. You're literally saying, please answer to the email with subject, blah, 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 and then only, just writing instruction, only output the reply, without mentioning the source, and then reply simply not applicable if the email is not a support inquiry. Then there is a text, a filter there, the purple one on top, that says, if it is not applicable, do nothing. Actually, if it is applicable, it means that it was a customer support. So I have an answer, I send the answer, and then I just mark the original email as read. So if there was any problem, my mailbox still have all the emails not answered and marked for me to be read. And for example, instead of doing that, you could say create a draft. This is what I always suggest to companies. Implement this thing. You can do it really in a matter of minutes, and you have your own autoresponder based for your customer inquiries, and you just create a draft so that you have control of it, and you just can't imagine the amount of time that you save once you do these things. So these are my 2 suggestions. And I know it was a lot, but I'm always telling people where to start doing automations with AI. First of all, assess simple problems. The most important thing, don't think about everything that can be done with AI. Simple problems. Always start simple, because otherwise AI is undeterministic. Very hard to just understand where the problem is if it doesn't work the way you want. The second, there are many tools. I mean, NotebookLM, Make.com, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever. I mean, you can literally automate every single process of your daily work. You really can, and you don't need any developer. You don't need to be a tech. All the services are out there, and they cost you just a few dollars per month. So just go out there and explore and just experiment, and do it in small steps. Start simple, iterate is the best way on AI. Do something very simple, you know it works. All right, okay, it does work indeed, and then you just go on top of it. And that is everything. So I don't know, as I said, if you will upload because it's finished or because of the presentation. But that is everything for me. This is a QR code if you want to connect with me. I will be around, and I hope that you will enjoy the rest of the day with the other speakers. And thank you very much.